Chapter 5, Managing Market Information to Gain Customer Insight. Chapter 5's objectives were to show us how marketers gain insight into the consumers and the markets. They also show us that consumers don't need more information, but they need better information, and how we as marketers can do a better job of that, and developing a good marketing information system to help us make better decisions. A good marketing information system balances the information users would like to have against what they really need and what is feasible to offer. Developing marketing information can be done in two ways: with internal data, which is more accessible, cheaper, but was collected for another purpose, so may be incomplete or the wrong format for making decisions. Also, keeping these databases up to date requires a major effort. Or with competitive marketing intelligence, a systematic collection and analysis of publicly available information about consumers, competitors, and developments in the marketplace. This is done by monitoring internet buzz, observing consumers, and talking to the company's own employees. In addition to marketing intelligence information about general consumer, competitor, and marketplace happenings, marketers often need formal studies that provide consumer and market insights for specific marketing situations and decisions. The marketing research process is done in 4 steps: first by defining the problem and research objectives, then by developing the research plan for collecting the information, then implementing the research plan by collecting and analyzing the data, and interpreting and reporting the findings. Developing the research plan. Once the research problems and objectives have been defined, researchers must determine the exact information needed, develop a plan for gathering it efficiently, and present the plan to management. The research plan outlines sources of existing data and spells out the specific research approaches, contact methods, sampling plans, and instruments that researchers will use to gather new data. Researchers usually start by gathering secondary data. The company's internal database provides a good starting point. Though this information already exists somewhere collected for another purpose, companies can buy this information from outside suppliers like commercial online databases. This is quicker and cheaper than collecting the information themselves, though the information may not exist. They also need to be careful to see if the information is relevant, accurate, and up-to-date and impartial. I work for a Keynote condo complex downtown, and when the economy took a turn for the worst, we decided to put off building the second tower. But now that the economy is looking up, we decided to look at some secondary data and readjust our floor plans, and we found that there weren't enough single-bedroom apartments downtown, and so we removed most of our 2 bedrooms, and now our second tower is mostly single bedrooms. So through the secondary data, we were able to make a better educated decision about what we should do going forward. While New Era, our competitor down the street, didn't change their plan, and they have mostly 2 bedrooms, so I guess only time will tell to see which one will pay off. Secondary data provides a good starting point for research and often helps redefine research problems and objectives. In most cases, however, the company must also collect primary data. There's a couple different research approaches, and the first is observational research, which involves gathering primary data by observing relevant people, actions, and situations. Kimberly-Clark's Huggies brand even had parents wear camera-equipped glasses at home so that they could see what they saw while changing babies' diapers. Among other things, the Huggies marketers learned that the parents changed their babies' diapers almost anywhere, on beds, floors, and on top of washing machines, often in awkward positions. The researchers could see they were struggling with wipe containers and lotions requiring 2 hands, so the company redesigned the wipe package with a push-button one-hand dispenser. Secondly, with survey research, the most widely used method for primary data collection is the approach best suited for gathering descriptive information. A company that wants to know about people's knowledge, attitudes, preferences, or buying behavior can often find out by asking them directly. And with experimental research. Whereas observation is best suited for exploratory research and surveys for descriptive research, experimental research is best suited for gathering casual information. Experiments involved selecting matched groups of subjects, giving them different treatments, controlling unrelated factors, and checking for differences in group responses. Thus, experimental research tries to explain cause and effect relationships. There are several different ways that marketers can get into contact with consumers. It's through mail, telephone, personal interviewing, or in group interviewing, and also online focus groups or web-based surveys. Researchers must also come up with a sampling plan. This involves who is to be studied, how many people, and how should the sample be chosen. Implementing the research plan. The researcher next puts the marketing research plan into action. This involves collecting, processing, and analyzing the information. Data collection can be carried out by the company's marketing research staff or by outside firms. Researchers should watch closely to make sure the plan is implemented correctly. They must guard against problems with interacting with respondents, with the quality of participants' responses, and with interviewers who make mistakes or take shortcuts. Interpreting and reporting the findings. The market researcher must now interpret the findings, draw conclusions, and report them to management. The researcher should not try to overwhelm managers with numbers and fancy statistical techniques. Rather, the researcher should present important findings and insights that are useful to the major decisions faced by management. Distributing and using marketing information. Marketing information has no value until it's used to gain customer insights and make better marketing decisions. Thus, the marketing information system must make the information readily available to the managers and others who need to use it. In some cases, this means providing managers with regular performance reports, intelligence updates, and reports on the results of the research studies. Public policy and ethics in marketing research. Most marketing research benefits both the sponsoring company and its consumers. Through marketing research, companies learn more about consumer needs, resulting in more satisfying products and services and stronger customer relationships. However, the misuse of marketing research can also harm or annoy consumers. And last but not least, intrusions on consumer privacy. Many consumers feel positive about marketing research and believe it serves a useful purpose. Some actually enjoy being interviewed and giving their opinions. However, others strongly resent or even mistrust marketing research. They don't like being interrupted by researchers. They worry about marketers that are building huge databases full of personal information about consumers, or they fear that researchers might use sophisticated techniques to probe our deepest feelings, peek over our shoulders as we shop, or eavesdrop on our conversations and then use this knowledge to manipulate our buying.